Hello everyone. Hello everyone. We're extremely sorry for the last disconnect of the live. We'll just brief you. I'll just brief you up about what we discussed yet. So, our today's topic is LinkedIn hits and misses. Now, why LinkedIn is important? According to my perception, LinkedIn is, online resume or a digital resume that you have. But today, our today's guest, Mr. Shiva Sir, we all know Shiva Sir now. So he's just clearing up our perceptions about LinkedIn. What is actually LinkedIn? What are we supposed to do with LinkedIn? So I'll invite Shiva sir again in the live. Just a minute. Shiva sir, I've sent you the live request. Please join in. Yes. So
Yeah,
extremely sorry for the technical glitch.
yeah,
We just will brief up with what we were talking so that students also get an idea. So we were on how important is LinkedIn and is LinkedIn really a online resume or a digital resume? Please brief students up.
yeah. As I was saying, it is not a online resume. Resume has its own restrictions in the form of language, in the form of presentation, in the form of tone setting. LinkedIn, on the contrary, is a much broader platform whereby the the presentation can be in the form of storytelling. It can be in a impersonal tone. It can be very engaging. You can even put in some recommendations. Matlab, you can get some recommendations from your clients, customers, whomever you worked with. Like that, it can be a very broad term whereby uh, you open the Pandora box to millions of people across the world and make it engaging and interesting for them to read, you know.
So as you were saying, ki on LinkedIn we should post uh, the content as a story. So my next question would be, how is it different from Instagram? Because now we have seen there's a common perception that Instagram pe people do add their stories and everything. Like a content is made and designed in such a way. So what exactly should go up on LinkedIn? Before you answer that, I want to know what are the important components in LinkedIn so that all these are interconnected and we'll be having a clear idea about that.
Yeah. Let's first focus on what should be the content or what should be the parts which you should focus.
You're not audible. There's some issue. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, now you can. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So the important components which are to be done, to be taken care of in LinkedIn, starts right from the the profile picture of yours. You know, even the
Hmm.
picture which you are going to display speaks a lot about you, because anybody who is going to view your profile first sees the picture.
Correct.
And then if the picture you are putting up in the LinkedIn
Hmm.
should already have should be again done with a lot of thought process and thinking and time spent ki how I want the world to see me.
Hmm.
What is the
Correct.
first impression I want to make to the world about me? That's the very, very first thing one has to understand. Like, and for that, to bring that clarity, let me also add ki LinkedIn and your other social media is not same. LinkedIn is more for professional networking. So it's a professional network platform, not a social network platform.
Correct. Because that differentiation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
please.
that differentiation is equally important because Instagram and all those apps have become our go-to apps, and we update every day. You know, everything we do in our day-to-day life. Maybe we have gone on a vacation, we post it on Instagram. Maybe we have explored new cafe, we post it on Instagram. So we
Exactly.
need to understand that it's different. LinkedIn is totally different from Instagram. And what you said by that, I understood one thing. LinkedIn should have all the professional content.
Yeah, professional. So that's why your picture should also be should also you should portray that particular thing that you are looking in for professional networking. So obviously your picture should not be from your marriage album or your driving license or a casually taken picnic photograph, something of
Correct.
it should that picture should display that you are here for a professional networking. That's it. So that's one, right?
Correct.
That's as far as a profile picture is concerned. The other very important part, which is like the other very common thing, is like people say, I am vice president of so and so company, and I have an
Hmm.
experience of 20 years. Now
Okay.
you're vice president of so and so company, and you have 20 years experience. Does not explain exactly what you do.
Agreed.
Correct. So, as I said, it's an opportunity to explain yourself. Like number one, you say you say I am expert in this, but I am an expertise
Hmm.
in this. I have an expertise, and this is what I can bring on board when I join the
Correct.
correct. And or this is the kind of problem I can solve.
Hmm.
So the company is interested in knowing that, or the one who is going to look in for recruitment wants to know, yes, this person, if he joins our company, this is the expertise he will bring, and this is the problems he will solve for us.
Correct.
So that is the first broad line. That's your expertise. Then comes your accomplishments. Accomplishments means what have you achieved. Now this is very very different from what you have done.
Okay.
Like usually people say no, I was a senior manager for 20 years, I was a sales manager for 30 years, or I was vice president of finance for 10 years. Now this is a thing when they write as an accomplishment. This again is not sufficient to say what exactly have you done in that 20 years or 10 years or 5 years. So again you make it very simple. I was a vice president of finance for 5 years, and I have helped the company reducing the cost by 20%. I have
Correct.
reduced the cost by 30%, or I have
Correct.
I have doubled the return on investment of the company. The before
Correct.
me joining the company was earning a ROI of 3%. Now it has become 6%, or it was earning
Hmm.
7%. I have made it 10%. So you have to bring some tangible numbers to it, whereby the person who is recruiting knows, or the one who is looking to professionally network with you knows, yes, this guy has been working for so and so thing, and this is the accomplishment he has done. That has to be tangible.
Correct.
See, you may have been working for 10 years, but end of the day, you didn't make any impact at all at the company.
Hmm.
So if you have not made any impact to the company, then there's nothing much you bring on board.
Correct.
So it is better to write what impact you made on the company. That's
Hmm.
it. As far as accomplishment is concerned. And the next very important component is your personality.
Hmm.
When you say personality, this is little beyond your work profile. This is beyond your job.
Okay.
Like you say,
Okay.
apart from job, what else is your passion? What else is
Okay.
the voluntary work you do? What is that
Hmm.
sense of purpose you're living beyond your job?
Hmm.
Like you may be saying, ki, yes, I've been working as a vice president finance for 10 years, and also I have been visiting certain schools to teach the children about financial literacy.
Hmm.
Or I have been engaging with certain NGOs to bring in financial literacy in certain section of the society.
Correct.
So what beyond the call of duty you are doing? That is also important.
Okay.
So if you do that, then you are then the person who's then the company who's recruiting you knows you as a whole personality. They bring the whole package, the package which contains your accomplishments, your expertise, your personality also.
Okay.
It becomes more comprehensive. The whole point is like,
Mhm. Correct, correct.
yeah.
So maybe the HR of the company or knows who as a person you are, and your chances of getting selected also increases in a company.
Yeah, see, that's what. No, it is now that then some of them have a misconception. Why should I? It is as good as I'm marketing myself. It's expressing yourself, expressing your expertise, expressing your accomplishment is a way of is a very subtle way what you can do for the what you can do for the people who are looking in for uh, fresh talent.
Correct.
And everybody has to do it at some at multiple
Point.
points of time. So there's nothing
Correct.
wrong.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, since you said that we need to keep updating our accomplishments and our story in a story format, so it becomes interesting and we can professionally connect with people. So, which brings me to my next question: how often should we post on LinkedIn? How often our post should be? What is the time interval or a ideal criteria?
See, it is not the question of how often you post. I think it is as good as writing. You can say a journal about yourself. You know, like it's
Okay.
important that you keep updating it every week.
Correct.
You review your whole profile, your accomplishments, your expertise, your personality every week. So the ones who are reading knows that what level of transition you are going through.
Okay.
Because the ones who are following you or the ones who are anyway observing you uh,
Hmm.
before they take any particular step of calling you or connecting with you, they may observe you for a period of 1 month, 2 months.
Hmm.
So you
Correct.
be under the observation list. So if you are continuously upgrading it every week, then they see the transition which is happening in your professional career and what are the
Hmm.
new things you have added over a period of 2 months' time. So it's very
Correct.
important to update it every week. And another very important thing is like generally what happens is people become conscious of LinkedIn only when they are looking for a job or they are looking for change or they are going to leave a job or maybe they have achieved they have done they have got a promotion. So these are the time span when they and what happens in this process is if it is a promotion or you are changing a job or you are looking for a new job, then that may not happen every week. It happens once in 1 year or 2 years or 3 years. Then your profile remains stale for
Stagnant.
yeah for almost 2 years, 3 years. So
Hmm.
there's no updation at all. So then that interest factor gets lost.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay. So that now brings me to my next question. What are the things that we generally miss on LinkedIn? Like, what are the misses of the LinkedIn? Which,
Yeah, what are the misses of the LinkedIn? One very general misses is like we treat LinkedIn as an online resume. That's one very common mistakes we make. So let's be very, very clear. It's a platform for professional networking, not for social networking. That's the first clarity. And the second clarity is like So if you want for social networking, maybe you connect with Facebook or you connect with Instagram. That is for social networking. If you want for
Correct.
networking, use LinkedIn. So you have two separate profiles created. Two separate networking platforms for two separate purposes. One for social networking, one for professional networking. So you break it that
Correct.
way. And the other thing is like your photograph. Now the photograph is like, as I said, that other thing which we do is we make LinkedIn in such a hasty manner, or somebody said, "Arey LinkedIn bana de." So whatever photo is available, you just post it, very casual one or something which you had taken 5 years back, and you know we look like that now. So you post that, and that photo and what you're written doesn't match. Maybe you have put your college photograph and you're already 10 years down, you left your college. And now the profile you're talking of and your photograph doesn't sync. Like you say 10
Correct.
years of experience, that photograph doesn't say it's 10 years of experience at all. So people are very smart to read that. So it has to be very
Hmm.
clearly done. That's one important thing. And another thing is like which we commonly tend to miss out is, as I said, the initial profile which you write, just for 3 lines, 4 lines, 5 lines, whatever you're writing, you don't just write that I have graduated from XYZ Institute, or I am a senior manager for 10 so and so company. That is not the impactful line. So better is you put it in a very subtle manner as to what problems you have solved over 8 years at which organization. If you are
Okay.
crisp to that, then it makes lots and lots of sense.
Okay. Correct. Agreed, agreed. So now one final question which I want to ask you. What are the things that should be taken care of when when you are on LinkedIn, when you make your profile, or when you have been you have said, but let's brief it up for the students who joined in late. So the final points that should be taken care of.
Yeah. So like one of the like important pointers, as I said, one, it's a platform for professional networking. But at the same time, it should not be only work, 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 work. You just don't talk about your work, 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 work. You also bring in the personality aspect of it. Okay, apart from
Correct.
work, what is your passion? What is
Hmm.
the work you are doing? Maybe for the betterment of the society. What contribution you are doing for reducing the pain and suffering of some humanity at a, maybe that brings the, um, you can say, a broader perspective in you. That's important thing. Another thing is like, as we said in the last part, key updation has to be very often done, at least once in a
Hmm.
week has to be done, not whenever you feel, once in a year or twice in a year, or once in 2 years. That should not be the case. And another thing is like it is also very important ki, uh, you don't use any jargons, abbreviations, WhatsApp language, or short form,
Correct.
which, which people at general don't understand.
Hmm.
Like use certain abbreviations and short acronyms, which maybe
Hmm.
general people don't understand. Like it may be you may be understanding that because maybe you are using it daily, or the people around you are using it daily, but may not somebody who's not connected to that may not be using it, so they may find it uh, difficult to connect the sentences. So that's very very important. And uh, the 2 minute the initial profile or the pictures should be very clear. You don't post anything very offensive, something which
Hmm.
is very scary. So don't do that. That's very very important. And one more thing very important I understood and learned is like when you write your accomplishments, when you write your accomplishment, always ask. This is again I learned from the my teacher, Mr. Rakesh. He used to always say that whatever accomplishment you are writing, you always ask this question: so what?
Okay.
Now, this is very interesting question, because when you say I am I am the senior manager of XYZ company for 10 years, before you write that or you are planning to write that, you ask, so what?
Hmm.
If you are 10 years, if you are the senior manager of that company for 10 years, so what?
Hmm.
Then that
So
pushes, so,
correct, correct.
so what? So what did I do in the 10
Hmm.
years of my being in that company? Then you again break it down. So this will take time. It's a mental process. This will take
Correct.
time, mental process. It
Hmm.
will not happen in 5 minutes. It will not happen in 10 minutes. Maybe it takes days. Maybe it takes months to build this whole concept. So, like as I said, if the person is planning to write, I was senior manager for 10 years, you ask this question, so what? So he breaks it
Hmm.
down. So what? So what did I do there? Then he starts
Hmm.
saying, okay, maybe I I launched or I helped the company launching two new products.
Hmm.
So he tries to go deeper and say, okay, in the last 10 years, maybe I launched two products. Then again the question comes, so what? So
Hmm.
what if you have launched two products for the company? So what? Then
Hmm.
things. Okay, so what? Okay, I launched two products. So the sales of the company went up by 40%.
Hmm.
Then again you break it down. So sales of the company went by 40%. So what?
Hmm.
So again he tries to cut that further. Okay, so what? Maybe then you say, since the sales of the company increased by 40%, and the bottom line of the company, the profits of the company went by 25%. Again you break it. Now, so what? So what happened?
Hmm.
Then then you may further think, okay, this is from the company perspective. What impact it had on the customers?
Hmm.
Then you may say, yes, it helped the customers save their time, the time which they used to take for doing a particular job, that reduced by 30%, or it reduced their cost by 30%. So this so what makes that accomplishment very, very meaningful and impactful. So now, how it has got stepped down. You see the interesting part. So you are planning to write, I was senior manager in so and so company for 10 years. Now you have come down to uh, a sentence after asking so what, so what, so what, so what. Now you have come down to a sentence where you say, yes, I was over the 10 years with this company, I have introduced two products which has increased the sales of my company by 40%. The profits have gone up by 25%, and the customers, more than 5 lakh customers have used it, and more than 5 lakh customers have used it, and these 5 lakh customers could save maybe 30% of their time. That is a very meaningful conversation.
Correct. So
So,
basically, this one so what questions gives you per your accomplishments as well as shows a personality part of you that you are able to analyze what that particular your particular achievement how it basically shows how analytical you are and it breaks down to so many accomplishments and the story then builds up on its own the content then builds up on its own. We
yes.
don't really need to sit and think and have waste our so many because content creation is again a big thing. So this one so what question answers a lot of questions, and it keeps our LinkedIn engaged and active.
Yes. So that is how you step down, step down, step down, step down, step down. That automatically becomes a story. That's why I said
Correct.
that's why I said certain profiles which I've seen in certain some of these uh, schools which are doing a work at um, for some certain NGOs abroad. So there are certain content writers and they have beautifully designed this. Um, so what, like if they are
Much more.
from field, if they are doing financial literacy, if they are
Hmm.
doing content for financial literacy, then they have beautifully explained it with a story.
Hmm.
So instead of highlighting their position, instead of highlighting their designation, they say this is a group, and this group we shared the financial literacy so and so, and these guys have started investing for the last 10 years, and their
Hmm.
returns have gone up by 20%. And end of the day, they have shared that thought with few more people, and that knowledge has reached in another multiple 2 to 3 times. So they put that in a story form where you feel okay when you're reading the story, you're also engaged in knowing the story further,
Hmm.
to what extent it has made an impact.
Correct.
So that's a very beautiful test, one should do. And this can be done at any part of your uh, anywhere you present your accomplishments, or even at the end of the day when you finish off your day, you can put this question, so what happened, so what.
Hmm.
That brings a very meaningful conversation with the people who are uh, engaged with your LinkedIn platform. Correct.
Correct.
And another one final thing is like one more thing I would like to add here is like once you have put in your LinkedIn profile, and like you are you have done that presentation in the best of your ways, whatever you could. After that, if it is not getting the required views, or it is not getting the required attention, then obviously it requires a review and
Hmm.
overall change in your presentation. Whether
Correct.
so LinkedIn profile also, the whole content of LinkedIn also works on, you can say, more of an iteration based platform, iteration based working.
Okay.
Yeah, so you may do one iteration and put your profile, you and maybe it is not generating the required view attention. Then you bring the revision, make it the second iteration, then you bring the third iteration, you bring the fourth iteration. So that is a continuous process, and
Hmm.
for that you need to do it week every week you need to spend some time on it to express whatever um, you have learned and how you are maturing as a person on a week to week.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, with this live, I suppose we have learned a lot about LinkedIn, a lot of things which were not known, a lot of facts which were hidden. Now, I would like to have, if any one of our audience, if he or she has any questions, we'll be happy to answer. Please put your questions in the comment below.
Yeah. Yeah. Till they ask the question, I'll still make it very, very clear. This can be taken as a very, very powerful tool to get noticed for a
Hmm.
professional purpose. And nowadays, so I think in LinkedIn there are a lot of courses also available. Free content are available for reading, for viewing, for skill upgradation. One can even explore those options of updating oneself um, with some reading materials, with some
Correct.
technology material also, which can help you use it in your professional career.
Correct. Yeah, yeah. I totally agree with it because when I had made my LinkedIn profile, there were a lot of basic courses. What is Microsoft Word? What is Microsoft Excel? A very basic thing when you go for a professional career. But there's a test. You have to give that test, and on the basis of that, the scores would be shown on your LinkedIn profile. So that would help. People to hire you. Now we have a question from Vaidehi. She's asking, are all the companies on LinkedIn trustworthy?
See, this is like, are all the companies on LinkedIn trustworthy? Now, this LinkedIn is again to be taken as a platform for engaging for the purpose of professional networking. This just brings you and the company together. Once
Hmm.
you have got that company once you know that this company is.
You're not audible. Your voice just.
Yeah. So as I was saying, once you are clear that this company is interested in knowing about you, or you have applied in that company, or you are trying to touch that company, one has to be very, very clear that you just cannot blindly trust. It's not a process of blindly trusting that company. One has to take sufficient time, precaution of investigating about that company through various, you can say,
So,
references, uh, trying to connect with people who are working in that company, as well as if you have anybody common point of contact, you can speak to them, their website, their products, their customers, the process they are following. All those has to be investigated. One cannot trust anybody blindly. One should not do it, whether it's a LinkedIn platform or a Facebook platform or an Instagram platform or even a physical platform. You can't trust anybody, even if you even if you get it from a company which is physically present. So proper
correct.
due diligence has to be done.
Correct.
Yeah.
I hope, Vaidehi, that answered your question. Now, I don't think there are any more questions. So I would just ask our audience to, have make a profile on LinkedIn, explore LinkedIn, and if they have any doubt, they can just DM us or ask in the comment section. This particular live video is going to be on our Instagram page for as long as our page exists. So they can, any day come back and refer. And if they have any doubts, they can any day DM us. And I would really request you guys to have a page, to have your profile build up on LinkedIn, explore LinkedIn in your way, learn new things. And do let us know that if you found this Insta Live helpful. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah. Even like uh, maybe like you require some help from us, we are very happy to do it. Many of
Yes,
us,
yes.
the ones who have joined are our ex-students, so they are very much updated and they know how to do things. But still, any help from our side, you can just mail us. Our mail IDs are with you. Mail us whatever best way we can help you moving further in your corporate life. It's always a pleasure, and we are
Yes.
always thankful to you for being a part of the journey always.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Prachi, and hope the session was useful to all of us and it adds value to us.
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
Surely does. Yeah. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye.